Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am sorry there wasn't any videos yesterday, but I got new editing software and I'm still kind of playing around with it. So I wanted to take a day and try to learn how to do at least the basics with it. But today what we're going to do is I wanted to continue doing the battle series. We did this last week. We did a Volvo versus Volvo, and what I wanted to do is actually make this a series. And essentially what we're going to be doing is taking two different cars, either the same type of car or two rivals, if you will, which is what we're doing today, and take them to any racetrack. Any racetrack is eligible, and they have to be built up to a specific class. But the two cars we're doing today is the 1969 Boss 302 and the 1969 Camaro SS. Now, I live in a house divided. My dad worked for a very long time at Ford, and he's owned many Mustangs. And so he's more Team Mustang than I am. But I figured this would just be a really fun and interesting challenge. Now, we're not going to be doing anything in terms of aero and stuff like that. I want to keep this thing fair, and I want them to look just like they did way back when cars still looked amazing. But we are going to go we're going to go street sport tire compounds. And I think what we're going to do is going to go to the top of B class. Or maybe we might do C class. I don't know. But let's see what we got going on in the rear first. 295s. We'll put 295s in the rear and maybe go up to about 275s in the front. Yeah. Nice. But yeah, so the track that we're going to be going to is going to be, not going to do anything with the wheels. It's going to be Laguna Seca. That's a really awesome classic racing track. And way back in the 1960s and 1970s, the Mustang and the Camaro battled it out on that racetrack. I figured it'd be really fitting to do that, to throw them against each other on Laguna Seca. But actually, what I think we're going to do is maybe C class. Let's actually do C class. Just because, I mean, we do B class a lot. B class is like my favorite racing class in Forza 6. So, yeah, let's do C class. Just something a little different. And that way it's nothing too crazy. The way that this series is going to work is I'm maybe thinking about doing 4 laps each car, and then whichever car has the best lap time. We'll be taking a look at that. How nice it is to drive, and overall which one I prefer. And yeah, we'll just kind of see who is going to be victorious here. Now I wish that, yeah, we can't do that. I wish that the 1969 Z28 was actually in the game, because that was the Boss 302's direct rival. There we go. I guess top of C class right there. 308 horsepower, 308 foot-pounds, and 3,200 pounds. This could be interesting. I'm going to see you guys on the track, and yeah. Alright, so here we are at the racetrack. Now what we're going to be doing is 4 laps each car, and then we're going to be looking at the criteria that I have previously stated just a few moments ago. But with that being said, let's get underway. Also, I should say, I'm not doing any tuning to the car whatsoever. I will even show you guys everything is the same. So, I'm not going to be doing any tuning, and we're just going to be car versus car, just straight up. So, we're going to go at 35, and we're off. So, we've got 4 laps each. This is a very classic racetrack. I absolutely love this racetrack. And these cars are not massively quick. Obviously, they're heavy and they don't have much horsepower. But I figured this could be an interesting little series to do. And I'm always arguing with my dad about Mustang and Camaro. So I am definitely Team Camaro. Just gonna point that out there. But yeah, you know, the car, obviously, as you would imagine, being a big old muscle car, really heavy, it is quite understeery. But the brakes work rather well, so that's a plus going for the Mustang. I was about to call it a Camaro, but I do know better, I promise. But yeah, the brakes work really well. The gears are maybe a little bit longer than I would like them to be. they'd probably be a little bit better shorter. But in terms of overall balance, at least as of from what I can tell right now, the car actually feels relatively balanced. It's really predictable. But we're coming up to the first really big test of any car, and that's the, I'm about to call it the carousel, the corkscrew. So you got to be really careful on the brakes up here. It gets really bumpy, but thankfully you have a lot of runoff right there on the right hand side coming down. And the Mustang, it actually handled it really well. I mean, oh yeah, we got all that understeer carrying us wide, but that's okay. Now we know better for next time. I usually have a tendency to run wide around these couple of corners. I don't know why. There's something about it. I have a really difficult time getting the car to get turned into those corners. But okay, so we got our first lap out of the way. That was kind of our practice lap, if you will. I think we can put up a fairly decent lap time. I don't know. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be breaking any records because it is not the fastest car. Got into the brakes maybe a little bit early right there. But, oh, can you get turned in? It can. Now, let's see if you can keep it straight on the exit. It does. Now, the power definitely coming out of the corner, especially in second gear, is definitely there. Slowed down a little bit too much right there, but that's okay. I wanted to make sure I hit the apex. But, yeah, coming out of second gear absolutely feels fantastic. And that was what the Mustang was actually known for. It was known for its brutal acceleration way back in the 1960s, way back in the 1970s, back when the SCCA American Championship was big. I mean, this is where the championship races were held here at Laguna Seca, and it was always against Mustang and Camaro. Now, the Chargers, Dodge did run Chargers for a couple of years. They never really competed in the same class as these two. They just didn't have the same kind of performance, which is why Dodge actually kind of dominated NASCAR there for a while, because they focused more of their energy on the NASCAR circuit. But the Mustang and Camaro really fought it out here, and the Mustang was known more for its brute force. Oh, that was much better. Much better. But yeah, it was known for its brute force. The Camaro was known for its agility, which, you know, I guess they both have their trade-offs. You know, being fast in a straight line is great, but if you guys can't handle worth a damn, then what good is the power? Same as with the Camaro. You know, being able to corner with very high speed and a lot of stability, I mean, that's great, but you're going to be losing a lot of time on the front stretch, or any stretch, really. But, yeah, there's a lot of rich history here. The Mustang, I mean, it absolutely feels great. Try not to brake as early as we did that time. That was a lot better. I want to make sure we get right into this corner. This is a really tricky corner. Got a little bit of a four-wheel drift going on there. The front tires got a little bit away from us, but okay. Nothing too bad. Now, I want to try to hit this about, yeah, that was much better than last time as well. Held that inside very nicely. And I think what I'm going to do is stay in third gear for this corner, just because I don't want to have to lose any more momentum from going from second to third. I probably could get away with it, but I don't want to risk that in this car. Now, overall, like I said, the car feels actually really good. Coming through that little turn right there, it actually feels amazing, and so does this next corner. This little dip. It's really cool. If you guys brake at the 2, turn in at the 1, and just kind of get your left side over that little curb right there. It feels really, really awesome. But to coming up the Ray Hall straights now, want to make sure you brake in a straight line. I haven't quite gotten the car to turn in right here as well as I wanted it to. That was much better. Much, much better. I want to get that straight run coming down the hill. And let's see if we can do what we did last time coming through here. This is a really tricky corner. You have to almost like enter the corner really wide and then cut in as soon as you get the opportunity to. And I kind of got a little light on us right there on the front end, but nothing we can't handle. We're second up on our fastest lap, so that's great. Make sure we get this car turned nice and slow right there. Keep the front end straight, easy on the power, especially going over that rumble strip, man. That rumble strip will fuck your shit up if you are not ready for it. But yeah, 2 seconds up on our fastest lap so far. This is the final lap for the Mustang. It feels really, really good. Make sure we get the car. I think I know where we can be just a little bit faster and try to keep the front end unloaded so it doesn't like smash down like it was doing last time. Keep the front end planted, make sure we've got enough grip, brake in a straight line, use the curbs right there, get turned in. I was a little bit faster last time than last time around. Okay, then we can brake in a straight line here. Stay in third gear because that worked really well for us. Make sure we get the curb. You don't want to use too much of it because you can get into the sand, and sand will really slow you down quite a bit. But coming up to the mother's board, coming brake at 3, turn in at the 1. Turned in maybe just a little bit late, but it's okay. It doesn't look like we lost too much time. And I think we can make up some time here. I think we lost a little bit of time coming up through here last time. And yeah, that was much better, much faster. So that's good. I know we also lost time coming down this corkscrew. So let's see if we can maybe get in just a little bit faster. I don't want to ask too much of the car. Brakes locking up on me just a little bit. Look at that. That was fucking flawless. That was spot on. Coming in a little bit wide. Make sure you get the car slowed down just enough to get turned in. And we're a 10th up. Okay, we've made up a little bit of time. Can we keep that time there, though? I don't know. Oh, no, we're in the sand. Come on, come on. Okay. Okay, just a little bit too wide on the exit. That's okay. And we're going to get turned in. We're just going to fucking floor it out of this corner. There we go, yeah. So let's see what we've rocking with now. I think that felt faster, but I think we lost maybe a little bit of time coming down off that right-hand section. I was wrong. We found 5/10 that time around. Holy shit. That was crazy. Okay, so yeah, in terms of the Mustang, it feels really great. I don't know what lap time we ended up with. Ended up with the 144.5. I'm going to go ahead and round that up. But yeah, that felt really good. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go grab the Camaro. It's already built. It's been pre-built. And I will see you guys here again on Laguna Seca. 144.35. Okay, I think we can do that. Right, so as you guys can see, we are here in the Camaro. The Camaro is obviously C-Class. If you guys don't believe me, there it is. But it makes a little bit more horsepower and quite a bit more torque. It makes 387 horsepower and it makes about 420 something foot-pounds of torque. But it is a little bit heavier than the Mustang. So this could be interesting. It does have a little bit fatter tires in the rear. I couldn't put the same sizes on. The game wouldn't allow me to. But hopefully, for my sake, I hope the Camaro is faster. The time that we've got to beat is a 144.35. That's the time we've got to beat. So we're going to go at 45, and we're off. Okay, so the first lap, as always, is going to be a practice lap. This lap is kind of a throwaway lap just to get a feel for the car. It doesn't feel any faster than the Mustang. It feels, maybe a little bit, but not an insanely amount. Okay, yeah, there's the Camaro's agility. That's what I was looking for. It is a little oversteered coming off of that corner, but then again, the tires are still relatively cold. I think having the fatter tires in the rear might be hurting us just a little bit on the turn-in. I don't know. I've got the curb right there, so the car, I don't know. I can't really give any feedback as of right now because it's only been a couple of corners, but from what I'm able to tell, it doesn't feel like it's as predictable, but it does actually, now that I'm watching it, it does actually seem like it is a tiny bit faster. Not all that much, but just enough to kind of make a little bit of a difference. Got a little sideways going over the left-hand dip corner, but that's okay. Coming up to the first test of the Camaro. Make sure we get it all the way over to the right. Make sure we get it slowed down just enough. A really bumpy section of the racetrack, all the way downhill. And yeah, they handled that really nicely. So hopefully the Camaro can be pretty quick. I mean, the grip is definitely there. It's got 305s in the rear, and then 275s, just like the Mustang. Again, right there, man. I always have issues right there. But 275s in the front, just like the Mustang. So we might have a little bit more drive off when it comes to the corners, especially that one right there. But anyway, that was a practice lap. We're going to give this car what it's got. We're going to push the balls off of it. And yeah, so I'm hoping that this car is faster than the Mustang. Like I said, I am Team Mustang, or Team Camaro all the way. Make sure we get the car slowed down. Get that curb. Make sure you get it turned in just a little bit. It's definitely got a little bit more understeer initially than the Mustang did. But the overall grip of the car, the stability of the car is definitely there. I need to work on that corner. That corner is a bit shaky, but Oh well, make sure we get the curb right here again. Like I said last time, you don't want to get too much of it because that sand will definitely throw your car just a little bit sideways, and that is not what you want. Make sure you brake in a straight line here, get the car turned in, get the curbs. Oh, I handled that nicely. So it looks like the corners that have a little bit of elevation to them or some kind of banking the Camaro is really, really enjoying. Might be asking too much right there. Yeah, I didn't brake early enough, but we did get that inside clip just enough, and I think maybe if we can clean up these next couple of corners, I think the Mustang may or may not have a little bit of a rival right here, man, which is what I was going for. Get that turned in, got that right there. That was fantastic. Want to stay over to the right side, enter a little bit late, use the brakes, get the front end to dip down, get that curb just as you come off. Look at that. Yeah, now brake at the 2. And make sure you get the car just over the curbs right there. Don't push off. Yeah, that is so much better last time around, or than last time around. And again, I think the grip coming off the corners, especially since it's got the fatter tires, I do think that that's going to play a little bit of a role, but I don't think we're made up that much time. I don't know. Yeah, see, it's not looking as fast as the Mustang. We've still got to make up about another second and a half. So let's see what we can do here. Now I know I was slow initially coming right here. My phone's going off, which is distracting me. Not now, phone. Okay, so we got this. That's what I'm talking about. That was a good exit. A little sideways, but nothing that can't be worked with. And I think I want to try second gear right here. And I don't know, man. I don't think I can find that much time on the car. I'm not quite sure if I can or not. Oh, I got that curb really nicely. Got the runoff really great. Got a really straight runoff coming straight for this left-hand bowl corner. See if we can push it just a little bit more. Push it maybe to the 3. Lock up the brakes just a little bit. Turned in a little bit too early. No! No, okay, so that was definitely awful. That was abysmal, actually. But, okay. Brake at the 2. Turn in at the 1. That was much better than last time. Carried a little bit more speed right there. Got the car to rotate just a little bit going over the curves with nothing too bad. Just to kind of help it turn. And maybe right here. Yeah, so we definitely got to clean up the next lap. The next lap definitely has to be perfect. If the next lap isn't perfect, then this Camaro is not going to stand any chance whatsoever. Okay, yep, see, we make up a lot of time going right there. And then again right here, if I can just get the car to turn in, man, I don't know. I think the fatter tires on the rear is definitely hurting us on initial turn-in. Oh, okay, yep, right there. I think I need to brake a little bit earlier than that also next time around. But here we go up to the final lap for the Camaro. What can we do? Hopefully the Camaro can be a little bit quicker. I want it to be. That was such an awful lap, man. That was so much shit. But I can't tell if the Camaro is any faster in a straight line. I can't really, off the top of my head, I can't really think about what speed the Mustang reached. Got that inside line really, really nice. Got a really straight exit. Make sure we get these curves just a little bit, just to kind of make sure that we're over enough. And that was great right there as well. That was a damn good corner. Definitely a straight exit. Okay, yep, trying to get the curve just a little bit. Don't want to use too much of the sand. Got a little squirrely. You guys can see what I mean by taking that really shallow line. You kind of got to be ready for it. If you're not ready for it, it'll definitely hurt you. Come in here at about 3rd gear. Much better this time around. Didn't get anywhere near as bogged down. Then again, I also didn't turn in really early like I did last time. Brake at the 2. Make sure you get turned in. Yeah, I got a really straight exit. Making sure we got as straight as a shot as we can coming up the hill, coming up the ready to halt straight. Make sure you get these curbs, get lined up just right. Brake at the 3, brake, slow down, get the curb, turn in. Use a straight exit right there. Yeah, that was much better. That was much better. Make sure you get the car to get turned in right here. Don't want to run off wide. Don't want to do that now. And I want to slow down right here. Oh, don't go wide. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, we got one hell of an exit right there. Brake at the 2, brake a little bit harder than we have been. Get turned in. Oh, I don't know, man. It doesn't have that center grip. What are we going to get? Are we any faster? Are we going to be able to challenge the Mustang? Oh, I don't know, man. It's not looking like it. No, we're not. No, we're just slower than the Mustang. Damn it. Damn it, man. You know, I've got to say, let's see. Let's park up over here. And yeah, let's park up over here. So we ran a 145.3. So I was about 6/10 off of the Mustang, which is a considerable distance. But between the two, what would I rather drive? You know, I'm not quite sure. I love the Camaro. I absolutely love them. I love them with all of my heart. But I don't think that in this specific application, considering that there's a no tune, I think now obviously if I could have stiffened up the suspension on the Camaro, no doubt could this have demolished the Mustang. But the way that it sits now, I don't think that I actually would prefer this over the Mustang. I think, yeah, you know, I think that I would. I think I choose the Mustang in this specific application over the Camaro, which is kind of a bummer for someone like me, man. I don't necessarily like the way that tasted coming out of my mouth. However, if you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys would like to see more of this little battle series, don't forget to slap that like button. That way I know that what I'm doing is right, and we're totally missing our corner right there. But yeah, that definitely helps me know if you guys like these, and lets me know if you guys want to see more. If you guys have any suggestions about what kind of cars you guys want to see pitted against each other, don't forget to comment. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Tell me what you guys want to see. And yeah, and of course, if you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe, because all the support is definitely welcome and is definitely appreciated. And you guys can find my Facebook, Twitter, and my car throttle down in the description box below. But that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace. Yeah. Whoever said muscle cars can't drift doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.